Well, Broncos country, as crazy as it sounds, in about 24 hours from now, we will potentially be celebrating the Broncos' first playoff berth since the Super Bowl 50 season in 2015, 9 years ago. I can't believe it. It's so surreal to me. And if that happens, you can catch me on this channel taking 9 shots of tequila, 9 of them, for every single year since the last playoff berth. I'm gonna do it for y'all, man. Y'all gonna see me just go from varying, completely stone cold sober to sloshed out of my brain. Anyways, guys, I want to talk about fixing the Broncos' run game because aside from that being a huge key of winning this game and clinching a playoff berth at some point this season, it's going to be massive when it comes into the playoffs. If we can't get something fixed to become at least average in that department, and we're going to break it down. But now, if it's your first time on the channel and you guys are just seeing this, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Thank you. Consider that subscribe button. It'll really help me out. Tell a friend, have a friend, tell a friend. I'm so close to my goal. If y'all love Denver sports, if you love the Broncos, the Avs, Nuggets, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all in advance, man. Thank you. All right. Well, let's get into it, man. This is going to be fun. All right. So let's face it, guys. The Denver Broncos run offense is, well, it sucks. There's no really other way to put it. It's trash. It's uninspiring. It's boring. And on top of that, the frustrating part is I can't really seem to put my finger on exactly what it is, right? We have an offensive line that is amongst the best in the NFL overall. They're very good, or at least, above average in their, run blocking win rate and their ability to run block. I mean, we did sign Ben Powers and Mike McGlinchey a couple years ago because of their ability to be beastly when it comes to running the football. Quinn Miners is a dog. He earned, one of the highest guard contracts for that reason. So it's not that. Now, is it possible that we have 3 running backs that all suck that much to the point where they can't even be league average? I mean, you're talking about like guys like Sincere McCormick, right? That are rookies that are 6th-round pick that come in and have shown flashes, right? So there's a lot. It's really, really bad right now, and I think that there's a solution, right? And I know y'all have heard me talk about this before a million times on this channel, and I'm going to talk about it again just because it's actually relevant. But I'm not really saying that this is the solution. But we are finally, hopefully, going to get a chance to see Blake Watson actually get carries. He was activated, I think, for 1 game. Didn't touch the ball during that game. It is time. I want to see what the hell he can do because the guys that we have, well, they can't do nothing. So look to that. Look at him having a really unique role. One of those roles that like they're going to drop maybe just like 1 to 3 plays specifically for him in the run or in the pass game. Maybe the pass game as a joker type of role, and he'll have a chance to get in the end zone tomorrow night. So it's a little bit of a bold prediction. But guys, the Broncos this year overall have ran the football out of the pistol formation 16 times. I went back and looked at all 22 film. 16 rush attempts total out of the pistol. They had like 23 plays in total, but 16 of them were running the ball. Those 16 plays went for 91 yards. It's an average of 5.6. Now, it's not earth-shattering. There was a couple in there that were goal line runs from the pistol, so it's not like they could have ran it further. So there's going to be a little bit of nuances. But the most explosive runs this year, a majority of them have actually come from the pistol, and yet we've barely even ran out of that formation. We've got to go back to that, game plan and that style of offense, in my opinion. Because what I like about the pistol the most is, firstly, Bo Nix is going to be comfortable with that because he's shown that he is. He also has a ton of experience playing out of the pistol when he was at Oregon. So that's that. Second thing, with Marvin Mims working his way into this joker role, you can put him back there with another back. You can put 2 backs back there. There's so many things that you can do with that look. I know it's going to be uncomfortable maybe a little bit for Sean to call out of plays like that, but he's a phenomenal football mind, and I'm sure he can figure out ways to do it. But man, is it a way to be able to establish an identity and it allows for defenses to not really know what the hell the Broncos are going to do. I think it'll open up the pass game. It can open up the run game as well. I think we should give it a couple looks. If it's something that we can find success with, we can work our run game around that and other bits of our offense around the pistol as well. It's also great because you got two guys in the backfield. So not only is that going to give more options and different looks, you're not going to have to worry about a lack of protection for Bo Nix, but he can also get the ball out of his hands and read things pretty quickly. I know this is tough, and this is maybe not very, um, you know, realistic in a sense, because that would kind of almost revamp your entire offense. And I'm not even sitting there and saying like we should run the pistol every single time. We just should do it a little bit more and see if that can, spark something. Because I feel like this run game just needs to get a little bit of a confidence. I think it's lacking confidence right now, more than anything. You saw it, in spurts. You saw it in the Tampa game. You saw it in the second half of the Jets game. You saw it a little bit, especially in the second half of the Browns game, even. When a running back kind of gets going, there's that confidence gets built out. Whether it's that same running back or another one comes on the field, they kind of build on that momentum. You can start to see a little bit of that confidence flowing. You can see them getting into a little bit of a groove. So I like to see it early. Run the Broncos in the pistol. Run the offense out of the pistol. Run the ball out of the pistol formation. At this point, what the hell do we got to lose, right? So that's really my take on fixing this Broncos run game. In addition to that, the Broncos need to maybe dedicate to running the football a little bit more, just in general, right? Right now, we do a lot of two tight end looks. We play at a 12 personnel a majority of the time that this offense is going, meaning that there's two tight ends and one back. And a lot of the times, that's a good thing because if you have tight ends that are really good at run blocking, you'll be able to have mismatches. You have, certain guys get double teamed. You can seal off the edge and so things can open up. Well, our tight ends aren't really doing the most unbelievable job of run blocking anyways. If you bring in an extra offensive lineman, you're kind of telling the defense a little bit what you're going to do. But, sometimes that's not a bad thing. Sometimes to get a run game going, and I think Mike Shanahan was so good at that when he was the coach here. He didn't care to tell the defense or to make it very obvious to the defense what he was going to do, that they were going to run the ball. The defense knew they were going to run the ball. Mike Shanahan knew that the defense knew that. He didn't care, and they just stuck at it, and eventually it popped off. And now the defense is, eventually, fourth quarter comes around, defense is worn out. So maybe sticking with it a little bit more, right? Having those situations where you want to play ahead of the chains, you want to be good on first and second down. So if you're not confident in your run game on first down, dial up some plays to get you in a 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4. And then that gives you the ability to get the run game going at that point. You could even run it 3 times in a row, depending on where you're out in the field. You can, run it once, throw it once. You could throw it twice. You could, you could split it up however way you want. But it at least allows for you to get in some sort of a groove, but have a little bit more confidence that, look, all y'all need to get is 4 yards on every single carry. You get 4 yards a carry, first downs all day. It's not a big ask, but the run game is something that I think there's a false narrative going on right now that I've seen on a lot of videos and a lot of, the local people. I love their podcasts, but some people saying, at this point of the season, you kind of just are who you are in terms of your offense. You can't switch things up and become something that you're not. When it comes to the run game, I completely disagree because I think that it's more of a matter of just finite little details and a little bit of want to, a little bit of confidence. That's all that's needed to be able to inject the run game. I've seen a lot of teams be able to just flip the way that they're running the football around. Look at the Chiefs in the first year they won the Super Bowl against the 49ers. They weren't a team that really ran the ball that much during the regular season, but they started to have a really good run attack at the end of the year into the playoffs. And in that Super Bowl, they just ran it down their throat. And that's kind of what they became. So it happens. There's a lot of other examples too. You can figure this out. You just got to be able to find a solution, but you got to find a solution quickly. You're going to keep going out there and rolling out the same thing, the same looks, the same formations, the same running backs. Nothing's going to change. We did that in the Colts game. It was disappointing. We got lucky. We got bailed out. The offense as a whole was not very good. We got bailed out, but we can't keep playing by fire. So, Broncos country, if y'all got any other better ideas, let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts below. I'd love to know because I feel like this is a question that everyone is asking. But, we're not going to know the solution until there is one. And if there isn't one, we'll have to wait till next year to figure it out. So let me know what you guys think below. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Let's go Broncos, baby. I can't wait for tomorrow. I hope you guys are as fired up as I am. Spend time with those you love the most, especially tonight, tomorrow during the day, because tomorrow night, you're going to be busy. I can promise you that. All right, Broncos country. Let's go, baby. Until next time. Peace out.